Nobody heard
Yeah,
me.
we're live. Okay, that's lazy Sunday morning. It's absolutely raining cats and dogs here. We've had a shocking big cold snap, and all I'm taped. I haven't burnt myself, not hurting, but I've. It's just the cold, and the joints are not doing too good at all. So I've grabbed a couple of cups here, and I've got these really lovely cards, and there's some nice people that I can see popping up. So we've got a few people. Hello, Andrea, who's got the book that goes with these.
Oh yeah, hi Anda.
Yeah. Um, so people are popping up. So if you're there, say hi to us, guys. Oh, there's Amel. We were just talking about you. I've actually just put it in the description all about you. Kel, it's lovely to see you too. So it is really, really cold and wet here. Not cold for you guys. So, first of all, though, can any of you guys tell us, can you see us both and can you hear us? So, Andrea, speak.
Oh, I'm here. Hi everybody.
Yeah. I
I'm
just want to
just
make
zoning
sure.
out because I'm looking at Karen's cards and I ordered them the same cards about
I
3 days
love
ago,
them.
so I'm so excited to get them.
I love them. They are
Yeah,
so good.
such a fantastic,
Oh,
you know.
6 degrees C. That's no wonder it's bloody cold. Mind you, 6 degrees C in Fahrenheit, I think that's in your 20 somethings, but that's cold. Yeah, that's cold for us.
That's cold.
Yeah, that is. That's cold for us. So, oh, good. Cynthia's there and says she can see us both, and Anda says she can see us both and clear as crystal.
Clearly good.
Goody, goody. Um, all right, I'm just grabbing. I'll start off with just some of the cards, but I firstly want to tell you all about these. These here is by the lovely Amal Awad, and I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Amal is in our chat, and it's called the Creatives Compass, a navigation tool for creatives, and it's a beautiful oral deck collection. There's 80 cards. Now, what they are, and they're beautiful, top quality, beautiful in its box. And I went and divvied them up into the sections with rubber band, because that's me. It's how I work it out. So, and what you do with them, and like this here, I'm gathering we are based upon like some of our chakras and how we feel. And hang on, let me just get that off. Hide, sorry. So we've got all these sections with the cards, and then each of them, your colours will marry up with your sections. And these are beautiful. So what I thought, these are going to be lovely cards to use with some of our charm casting. And I love these. And I'm going to grab the dreaming section. Then we've got ghosts, which I just love it. I think that is fabulous. And I thought, let's do some charm casting. I've also got some cups as well. So while we're doing this, think of a question, guys, not a general and not pregnancy and not legal. And I know a lot of people say, why can't you do that? We don't, because of the legal implications, and we are not gods to look
Hi
into
Sola.
health matters. Hello, Sula. Now that's Sula
Hi Patty. Yes.
Appears. So
Yep.
that's not now Sula, you know.
No, I know who the Sola is though.
Yeah. So, and I'll grab my black tray because then I can bring these up. So, right. Now, so everybody have a think of a question if you're doing that while we just go through and grab some of these as generals. And like I said, I love these, and I thought this is a nice section, is the dream section. So, what have I got? Right. Creative exhaustion. Oh my God, that's actually me.
That fits you today to a T.
That fits me to a T. Hang on.
Absolutely
I'm
does.
just grabbing my unicorn. We got unicorn with us.
Oops,
Gee,
sorry.
you'd think I like unicorns, wouldn't you? Um, so, creative exhaustion, overload, overwhelm. Press the reset button Prioritise restoration. Your work will wait for you. And I know who will be sitting back, nodding her head and giggling in the chat room now will be my friend Anda. Because Anda's going to be there and she's just going to be laughing. So I'm just grabbing 3 charms. Oh, hello, Linda. Lovely to see you. Beautiful Portland. So creative exhaustion. Yes, this is me because I've been working on a new project. We've got the witch's hat, the unicorn, and the bird. So even looking at that about myself, the witch's hat often means creativity and a woman on a mission. The unicorn is using your power. It is a warrior, so it does mean trekking through the hard times and allowing the magic to unfold. And then I have the bird, which is a communication card or chatter. So the 3 combined with this message there, prioritising restoration, absolutely, I can see it. And the witch's hat is, yeah, there is time for me to create more magic, but I actually need to probably do a little bit more self-talk and say, yes, you can do this, Karen, but you need some rest. So what would you see, Andrea, for creative exhaustion? So, yes, okay.
Wilma was just texting me. I want to know if
Yeah,
you can
I'm
see
seeing
her.
her texting her as me as well. Yeah, Wilma's in the background.
It was for what kind of, say that
I'm
again?
looking at it there. This really is me about creative exhaustion. And Cynthia, who's in the chat room there, she'll be sitting there saying, I told you so, because she's only been telling me the same thing.
So this is all you, exactly you, with the peacock, the mermaid, and the handcuffs. So your mind, we all know that your mind is working a million miles a minute, and the peacock is showing yourself and really getting out there. But it seems like you're tempted to learn in, and it could be because I'm always telling you and everybody else, create another deck, Karen, create another deck, because we love your decks. But I see this as actually kind of having a hold on you also. So it's kind of, and you feel a little restricted right now, but you're definitely being tied down.
It's a bit.
Emotionally on you.
Yeah, it is, and it's a hard one. Oh
Yeah,
God.
but I think you really need to cut away some of your projects, though.
Yeah, I can't at the moment because I'm so
Yeah,
close. I'm so close to
you
it.
but that card is definitely for you. I am so jealous that you have that deck right now.
I know.
I can't wait for mine.
I know. It's so good. I love it. So, yeah, now, because I haven't got any questions I can see in the chat room, so I'm just going to grab some people at random. And who
Okay.
I'm going to grab here first and foremost is the beautiful Amal. Is it pronounced Amal or is it pronounced Amal? So you can correct me. If it's a male, give me a 1. If it's something different, give me a 2. So now I'm drawing a card for her own card. So there you go. Creative knowing. Do not ask so many questions when the answers don't satisfy you. You always know. How fun is that? Because that's really like listening to the voice within. So I've got 4 here. Oh, it's beautiful when I see angels. Oh, you got the twin fish. So there we go. So it really is, you always know. So it's about looking at within and trusting the intuition as well. Hang on, I'll just move that over so not cutting the corner. Oops, there. You've got the dolphins, you've got the angel, the twin fish, and the octopus. The octopus, hang on, let me turn him over. He's got a face. The octopus is very relevant for when you are working on way too many projects all at once, and you're probably just like me. The fish is beautiful for abundance, and the dolphins, and you've got the twin dolphins, is about having the help around you that you need. It always means like dolphins, it's like helpful friends and people that you love in times where you may feel a little stranded. The angel looking over the whole lot of it, though, is you are very blessed, but don't doubt thyself. So what have you got?
So I got the moon for her, the heart, and the fox. So I'm wondering if she's starting another book or another project, because the moon's about a new phase and something new starting, but something that she's putting all her emotions into and that she can relate to. The heart is definitely something that's tugging her emotions a little bit. So maybe it's something that she's inspired from her life. Maybe she's creating something, another book.
It would do.
And so the fox is all about, her having the skills and the knowledge and really having the ability to create this whole new project, a new phase, or whatever she's going through.
It is.
Hammer is all about hard work and effort, so she's put a lot of hard work and effort into this. And then Teapot, I see as some kind of function, meeting, or a speaking platform. Maybe she's going to be doing pretty soon. I know she's a speaker at TEDx because I checked her all out.
That she's a speaker and book author and screenplay, and so this lady is multi-talented, which I just love.
Yeah, I'm seeing more speaking events. This is definitely the Teapot, but that hammer is also showing something that she really needs to prepare for, or something that's really maybe not so much difficult for her, but something that she really needs to. It's gonna be a lot of work. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
I've just read there. She's
tunnel opportunities
also
coming her
on
way.
a new project, but not a book. Oh,
how exciting! Is it something to do with love, or by any chance, or emotions, or even investigation, or something? Because the fox.
Not sure.
The Fox and the Heart. That reminds me of kind of like a FBI. I know it's not a crime book, or a crime project, but something to do with
looking down into the depths. It's getting to the
bottom. Kind of getting to the core of something, but something that's triggered by maybe her life itself.
It could be.
But that's what I have for her.
Beautiful. Cynthia.
And by the way, I just want to let her know that I received her book that I ordered the other day. So, and it's fabulous. I started.
I love it. Like I said, I did have. There's a beautiful book called "In My Past Life I Was Cleopatra," and I did have it until a certain friend really loved it. But she's a speedy reader, and she'll read a book in 2 days, where it might take me 2 months, because I've got the attention span of a fish, as we all know. So I'm just going to grab another couple of generals, and there's a couple of people who've asked some questions. So guys, I know we haven't got too many people there because it is lazy Sunday morning and this is really random, and a Saturday night in the US, wee hours in UK. So, a lot of people in the US may be out and about, dinner, dating, all sorts of things.
No, nobody in the US is out and about. That coronavirus here is still
it's out of control.
Yeah, I mean, some people are going out to dinner, but restaurants are closing very early and they're limited to space.
See. Okay, I'm just grabbing random. Like I said, this will be for Cynthia Hargrove. So, what have I got? Okay. The emotional spectrum, it's about hopelessness. No, this is me too. The emotional spectrum in creativity. Find support and encouragement, but also investigate this. Are you focused on the right thing or doing what you think you should be doing? Now, Cynthia herself is a very well known here in Australia artist who does portraits like you've never seen before.
I think I've seen one of her portraits. It's actually very beautiful.
So, Cynthia, if you're there, do you want to put up your website? Because she's done some beautiful commissions that is unreal. Now, it's interesting because Cynthia's hurt her back, a bit like you and me, Andrea. So
that's the worst.
She may be feeling a little bit...
better.
Yeah, she might be feeling a little bit, this is too much to take on. You got the female gender sign, the coin, the rocking horse, the inspire, and the yoga stretch. That's hilarious when we've got back problems. So I'd look at that there and say a little bit more focus maybe on you and renewal. The inspire is it's a zipper pull, like, people put on jacket zips and stuff. The word inspire is beautiful because it does mean where you may not feel it and you may, again, down talk to self. Inspire would tell me, though, you're actually looked upon as somebody very inspirational. And when I see the rocking horse, particularly by younger people, I don't see these as too bad, but I would look at it here and say, focus a little more and know that you are truly inspirational in what you do. And I want you to put yourself a plug. Oh, beautiful. She's put it up there on her website, which is really, really good. So focus a little more on you than everybody else around you. So there we go. Now, what do you have on it for Cynthia?
So I'm not sure if Cynthia's going through a situation right now where there's a little struggle going on, but I got the elephant, I got the lobster, I got the money and angel, and the shadow card is the mouse. So this is showing a lot of anxiety, stress going on. The elephant makes me feel like that saying, the elephant in the room. So I don't know if there's an issue that she's dealing with that she cannot let go of, or there's a little struggle going on, something a little heated going on. But it looks like things will actually pan out and get better for her because I see good news coming to her with the angel.
Beautiful.
The money card can be anything from many little things annoying her, or maybe triggering her right now, or something going on, or it can be something with finances she's trying to deal with and she just can't let go of it.
Good. Yeah, she's hurt her back, which is bad.
I hope she feels better.
Yeah, so
Back issues are so terrible
she's
because
had, but it's like you, up in the neck, whiplash. She's had whiplash from a fall.
I deal with that. So
And
that's
you
terrible.
know-
That affects everything, your mental status, everything. I mean, your eyes, your functionality. It's just terrible.
It's yeah,
Hopefully she feels better.
I do too. So because I know all about it.
Hi, John.
So what I'm going to just do now, because I'll look at a couple of the questions, and I've written them down. Becky Hill wants to know what's happening and coming in love. Now, while I drain this, Becky, can you actually just comment, because symbols mean different things if you are in a relationship or looking for a relationship. So can you just tell me, is there a current lover or are we looking for one? So I've put some leaves in here, and I'll just get the serviettes to put them on. Right. Okay. Let me just grab. Right. So let's have a look. Right. Okay. I'm just doing a roll. Oh, she's in a relationship. Woohoo! Go girl.
Hi, Becky. I just know what Becky it was. I'm like, Becky.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Becky.
I know Becky.
Yeah, we know Becky.
We know Becky.
Yeah. Same guy from October. Oh my God. I want to know all the details about that, because that was, ooh la la.
Oh, the hot card fell out. Look at that.
So I'll show you the cup that I'm using here today. It's actually the new fairies cups. These actually match the fairy decks with all my little fairies on them. There's only 6 of these, and they are in a platinum silver. And that's the cup, and that's the saucer. So it has
That's
all
so
those
pretty.
things.
I love that.
It is.
I love that era. It looks like kind of like a Victorian era.
I love it because it's very rare to find cups with platinum silver. Most of them are gold. Yeah.
That's true.
So,
very true.
Yeah. So we're looking at love, Becky. So these here are a fortune teller teacup, and your simple way to use them is we read the blobs of tea and what it lands on. Now here it's not quite touching, but it's near the crossroads, and it's funny, it's the shape of a house. That's an interesting one, Beck, because I'd look at that and say you may end up literally living together, and if not already, because you got the house, there's you looking at it. So it may be where you are both starting to look at, okay, do we start to live together? I'm just taking out the drop. Here you've got a little bit of foot on the dog, tea on the dog rather. The dog is about good companionship, friendship, and so on. It's almost like it's a little stool. A stool is somebody who's happy to sit by your side, which tells me he's a very good, loyal man. That's really nice to hear. We also have a little bit of tea here, and it's sitting on the house. I still have to wonder now. She's saying we're not anywhere near living together, but I'm thinking, I think you'll be in for a pleasant
Surprise,
surprise.
surprise.
Here we have tea at the bottom, which is
Becky,
sitting
it
on the
starts with a
snake.
toothbrush. You know that, right?
And in love, yeah, it does start with toothbrush. Little bit of tea on the snake. The snake there would tell me just be a little careful on the exes, whether it's his exes or your ex, because the snake is like an interfering busybody in love, and sometimes it may not even be an ex. It could be his mother, as annoying as all shit, and it just means somebody who's a bit of an interfering busybody. Just be a little cautious around interfering busybodies. And down here we have tea on the birch rod, and everyone thinks that's a straw broom, but it's pretty much similarly the same. Birch rod in the 17th century, it was when you're naughty and you get whipped with a stick, and then it progressed to you get chased with the broom. So it just means there, again, that could be kind of kinky too. But the birch rod there would tell me, yes, you'll get through any difficulties that you may have. Again, you've got teas here sitting on the mountain, but it's a bridge, which tells me any painful or difficult situations, the bridge means you will overcome these. So that's quite nice. Now, what have I got up around here? You've got the baby pram, and it's not about rock a baby. Everybody thinks of pregnancy and stuff, but baby means good renewal. And that's nice because it means they're a new relationship, but something that gives you joy. That's not a bad cup, Beck. I think he's a winner. And and she's laughed there, Andrea. She says he's kind of kinky. I love it. Sorry.
Well, I kind of see that with the horse. I see somebody that has a lot of stamina. So Becky, he seems like somebody that's going to keep you up at night. But we won't get into that. But I do see him being young. So I don't know if he's a little younger with you and somebody that's very active because the horse is showing that for me. But I do see love developing between you and a strong bond that you both have with each other. The mountain card seems like there's a little blocks going on. Maybe I'm not sure if you're going through a little challenge with him or something's being blocked right now with your relationship. Kind of like testing your relationship right now, but things will stabilize soon from that. The lobster. Now, when I see this with you pertaining to your relationship, it makes me feel like there's something that you're not letting go of. There's something that you're holding a grudge with related to him or something to do with your relationship that you need to let go in. I'm with Karen. I think this is going to end up happy ever after, per se. You know what I mean? I see a real strong commitment going on between you and him. So that's what I have with you. Yeah, I think this is a good one for you.
I do. I'm
It
just
seems like he
writing.
keeps you on your toes. He keeps you going. He keeps you active. So,
I think it's
but
lovely.
yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Jessica Buttigieg is asking about pregnancy, Darling. We don't answer pregnancy there, but I've seen another one there where you've asked about love. Andrea, do you want to go for the love one first while I write down some other names? I'm trying to get
Who is she? What's her name? Sorry.
Jessica Buttigieg.
Is she involved or single?
She's asking about love in her first question there. So, and then to this, I imagine she's involved in love.
Okay.
So,
Let's see.
I'm just trying to go through. Yep. Love.
Okay. I have to admit I don't like the cards I'm getting out for this one. Now I got Snake and the mask for the first card and the lady, so I don't know if she's in a relationship.
I imagine she is because the second thing she asked about fertility. So, about fertility.
Okay.
So I imagine she is actually in a relationship.
Okay, so I'm not sure if there's interference going on with another woman within her relationship, and I'm not saying this is a cheating thing, so please don't take it that way. This could be somebody interfering, even a mother or sister or somebody that's really dabbling. Snake is about somebody really spitting poison out, and really that's. I see this not having really good intentions about this. The mask is about somebody hiding and not showing their true selves and not really being honest and upfront. So,
That's
and
like a
plus,
nasty bitch.
yeah, exactly what I'm seeing. Karen said it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if somebody's trying to sabotage your relationship if you are in the relationship, or if you're creating something that may be sabotaging your own relationship.
I'm
But
looking at theirs
the
as
book is
well.
the book. I see secrets going on, so I don't know if there's something you're withholding from your relationship, or somebody's withholding something about your relationship. But this is about being patient and having time. Things seem like they're gonna make a change pretty soon going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely not seeing things being so positive right now.
Yeah.
Somebody's definitely trying to interfere in her relationship. So just be a little bit careful and kind of be aware of what's going on.
I'd also look at those when I'd see there, and again, snake and mask in there. It's almost like who's the sorry, I have to say it, we're Aussie, we swear. I'd have to look at that and say, who's the condescending cow, bitch, that tries to undermine you? Because I'd look at that there and say, who is it that keeps undermining your decisions as a couple? Or, like I said, somebody who keeps interfering. And it's really nothing to do with them. She says involved. She says she's involved. Next couple of months got in store. Well, we've already gone through that. But I would look at that and say, don't let people undermine you or what's going on in your relationship, because it's almost like people are given the backhanded comments, and I'd say it's female energy as well.
Yeah, I'm awful wondering if it's somebody, even a friend, because the dog came out and that's the friend card.
Yeah.
So somebody that's not really having good attentions for her right now. Somebody that's going to sabotage things.
It's nasty piece of work.
Yeah.
Nasty. It's
I wish I had a better reading for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Hopefully things work out.
I'm actually going to look at a cup in this too.
Okay, great.
Because often when you see, it's like when you see triangle and mermaids, and people automatically think of, cheaters and all of that jazz. But quite often it's even can be a friend, someone close to you, who will give the whole backhanded comment. Like, for example, say you bought yourself a fancy new shirt and you just love it and you're wearing it to bits and it looks fabulous on you, and you come along a friend and they'll look at you and say, yeah, it looks good, but why did you buy that? What possessed you? That is an undermining, backstabbing comment. And that's where I'm seeing backstabbing or undermining comments.
Yeah, the snake right here is definitely somebody that is kind of like lurking in the background. That's just really keeping a watch on her.
Could be actually a jealous cow too.
Well, yeah, snake is jealousy. Somebody that's
the green-eyed monster.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm still looking at this same question.
Okay.
I'm using a beautiful green. I love it.
I love that cup. I love that color.
Beautiful. So, Jessica Batigi, I'll probably pronounce that wrong. So, you have a little bit of tea here. It's actually like a music note, and it's actually sitting on the bird. Music note is about peace and harmony, which is quite lovely because it does mean the things or the trials and tribulations that you go through. Don't be afraid to speak of them and feel proud. And the music note is about all the peace and restoration. Now, in love, we've also got tea here on the man. He is a good one that's right for you because we've actually got like a little golf flag on there. So it does mean, yes, he's a catch, and I'd say he's a good one to have. Now, there is something under there. I'll have to have a look what it is because I don't want to move it first. I can't see under me. I'll come back to that. But I'm actually looking at the images of the tea first. There's a person, and it's like he's sitting in a nest, and there is a bird. Now, I know, yes, it's wrong, and you need medical advice and all of those things there, but a bird flying into the nest is family, which you have your question, yes, around children, and that there is very obvious to me that there will be a child. The bird coming in is about good news around a child. And when I see that little thing sitting here in the nest, I want you to mark that down in the future, and I want to know, because that there would tell me a boy child. So,
Do you think that maybe I wonder if she has her husband or her boyfriend has children, and maybe it's one of the children that's interfering in things?
could be, but a bird in the nest there would tell me a new child.
Lots of children.
Yeah. So, and I'm just going to hold that there. Do you want to take a screenshot of that? Because it's very interesting information. So, and I'll give you the timestamp. It's 30 minutes, 20 seconds. So put that in your message there and tag yourself, because that's a really interesting combination and very clear to me as a tea reader. So it's also sitting on the anchor. And the anchor is about stability, security, which is, again, I still think this is good relationship for you. You do even have a bit of tea sitting on the baby pram. It's a box. Now, it's interesting even when you drain a cup and you still have water trapped around the symbol. A box means pleasant surprise when you least expect it. To have the water that's still very relevant around the symbol means a surprise with the emotions as well. You've got a heart on the cloud, which would still tell me don't let people undermine your thought processes or your decisions. You've actually got tea on the ring. So I don't know if you're legally married or you're not, or what have you, common law wives. Ring is about commitment to each other, but it's about an unbreakable bond. And you also have here a little arrow. It's pointing. There's an arrow. And arrows mean you are heading in the right direction. And again, I find it quite interesting, because what's your arrow pointing to? Tree. And that's the tall tree, not the money tree, which tells me it's the tree around family. Not a bad cup. There you have another male symbol. Diamond on the lion. Lion is often very much about strong, protective male. Diamond is success, career, and business. So you haven't got a bad catch there. Yeah. So, which is quite good to see. Very good to see. So now I'll just hang on. I'm just refilling cups. I'm getting rid of empty cups so we have new tea in them. They are a bit slow and they are a bit messy, but cups are cool. Let me just put some more tea in. Okie dokie. I just wanted to go through now. I had Kelly Rocket, who wants to know about career. So I'm not, she obviously probably is working, but can you actually have a look around her career?
Yeah, she wants to know if she'll stay long at her current job.
At her current job. Okay, cool.
Okay, let's see. Those that do have a general reading, if you could put a direction of that general, whether you want finances, relationship, or even just a weekly, it will help us really greatly if we have some kind of direction where to look at.
It does, and I'll explain the reasons why. We had a chat about this prior. It's like if you, or Andrea says, if you're hungry and you think, okay, do I feel like Macca? I feel like Macca's, let's say, but you come back and it's Chinese and you didn't feel like Chinese. It really is about knowing the direction. And I often look at that and say you need direction. It's like canon will mean something in a career, as in power and good structure and leadership, but a canon in a relationship is who's domineering, controlling. So they are the differences of when we do symbolic reading.
So what I did is that I shuffled these with intentions to look at 2021 to see if she would remain at her current her current place of employment right now for the rest of the year. And I do see a new phase open up for you, something new. But are you tempted to leave what you're doing? These kind of look to me like she's ready to pack up. She's ready to look somewhere else and get out of her current situation. I do see that there is an opportunity that may happen for you probably later on in the year. And how I did get that is that I have the clover right here. The clover is about four. It could be about 4 days, well, 4 days, 4 months. So obviously it's for more like 4 months. So there may be an opportunity that may open up to you. Um, the mask here, I don't see this being something that you are aware of right now, but something that you're looking towards, perhaps. So I would say yes, there is a chance that you will be looking somewhere else or going somewhere else in your career.
No, they're nice.
Yeah, that moon just screams something new, new phase, new everything, new experience for her, something new.
The
Yeah,
moon's often it's a good light source, because I always think about the moon illuminates the sky, which tells us there is probably something far better that's coming up for her. And I actually think they're brilliant cards, because you've even got the clover as well, which is luck and opportunities, and they're usually fairly quick. So
yeah,
she's
and
good
her shadow card for the deck is the sword, so that's definitely separation and parting ways.
with where you currently are.
Yeah, so to answer your question, Kelly, directly, I say yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I'll look at her career as well, because we haven't got too many people here. You got the best of both of us. So, and tell me, guys, can you all comment? Are we nice and clear and stable? That's what we really need to know. Because poor Andrea, I'm pushing her buttons that she's got no choice, and she has to come on on live, because we are just testing all our platforms, and it's good
Yeah,
if we are.
fun fact about me, I'm very shy, so this if I look at the comments, I kind of get a little nervous, but
Oh, don't
Carmen's
start.
pulling me out of my comfort zone here. With lives, I'm great with email readings, so if you need an email reading, I'm great. But
It is, and it's in all the comment boxes there. Andrea's page and Facebook page, and Wilma's details as well. Wilma's really knackered, but she goes to bed with the chickens, so Wilma's better in the morning than she is in the evening. And what was I going to say? So it
thank
is
you,
in the
John.
comments. And if you go into Etsy and put in Whispering Souls, that's Andrea's business, and we have to work out how to put the names across the bottom. That's another thing I've got to work out. Um, uh, she has an Etsy store where she has paid readings, where it's email readings and questions and so on. But look in Etsy under Whispering Souls.
Well, I do a lot of
Um,
my bookings from
and
Set More.
one of the girls, if you go and find it, can you put a link in the comment, or Wilma might be able to put a link in the comment. So I'm still looking here. Kelly Rocket
Okay.
about her career. First and foremost, I love this large thing, because it's like I see T first and then I look at symbols. This here, you've got actually a very large dress and a lady. She's got her foot down here and you got your arm up here, and it's on the money tree, which tells me you'll be dancing somewhere else, because the money will be a lot more appealing. This here, it's funny. It's like when I turn it that way, it's like a great big elephant with his trunk straight down. Elephants are beautiful, telling me that you have a great deal of knowledge and skill. And it's kind of interesting, because in career there would tell me what you currently are doing is not utilizing your skill set, because there would tell me you are probably overqualified for the position you currently are in. But to see you dancing with an elephant over the money tree would tell me you'll go to a place that's better suited to your skill set and better money. So I'd say, yes, you are moving. Here we also have the T on the moon. Again, moon is the light source. It tells me something good and brighter will come along. There you've got like two people. I hope you can see it that I do. It's like there's a little person and then the other person. It's like you're carrying a small person on your back. And when I'd look at that, I'd say, again, too much duties or load where you currently are. You have T on the lion, and lion again in career would tell me where you are stepping up higher in the ladder. what you're currently doing. You've also got a whole lot of tea sitting on the lily, and the lily is about purity of heart, and it is a flower, so it does mean rebirth and bloom. You've got, actually, if you can see it, actually a pair of lips, like a smooch. Mwah. Lips mean it's connected to the mouth, which means, again, something you feel more passionate about, you will grow. And you've also got, sitting under the lips is a little pig, and pigs actually mean wealth, prosperity. So I do think you will leave. You've also got the bridge over the tree, which is your growth. You'll do something different. There you've got, it's like a little arrowhead pointing, and 2 blocks there is a building. So it would tell me you probably go to a larger organisation. And the cloud means don't fear it, don't hide what your skill sets are, because this is your path. You've also got tea over the dog's head, and it's very relevant whether they're at the foot or the head or the backside. Over the dog's head there would tell me people who mask themselves as a friend always think twice about it. And I'd say maybe the colleague where you currently are would appear good and gracious, but they may have other thoughts behind the scenes that you're not seeing. I had actually one of those when I was in the working life. I was shocked, because this woman played like a sister to me, but all she was out to get me and my position. So, you do get them. But yeah, dog there would tell me be cautious of somebody who's portraying themselves as good and kind and helpful, because they may not be as good as they appear. So I have another question there. Bianca Spingola is asking about love. Now, I don't know, Bianca, if you are in love. So hang on. If you could just let us know if you're in a relationship or not. Because it does help us. Hang on, wait 10 seconds and we'll see. Oh, thank you. Someone's putting up there, and I've actually got, hang on, there's the link. I can put that in there. So I haven't seen a message yet. So we really are flying a little blind. Hang on. Does it have you? Oh, Kelly's saying thank you, but I'm after a question from Bianca if she is in a relationship. I'll go on to the next one until we find out. This is a really good question. Jen Breck is asking about her late son. Is there any messages from Spirit? So she has lost her son, and I'm so sorry to hear. I can't even begin to imagine the pain of what you are going through. So, Andrea, can you see any messages from Spirit?
Let's see. This is like Wilma's expertise.
Yours too. Stop being
Let's
like
see.
that. I'm going to smack you.
Let me see what I have here.
I'm actually going to go and get my other charm mat. Yeah. So, all right, hang on. I'll go and get my other charm mat.
Okay. I'm going to pull cards for this. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I'm just going up to her comment here. Jane.
Yeah. It's Jen Breck. Messages from her
Okay.
late son who's in Spirit.
So let's see what we have here. If there's any messages coming. Is it Jen or Jan? How
I'd have to go back
you
through. Hang on.
pronounce it?
Hang on. I'm looking.
Okay.
Hang on. Looking. Jan. Jan.
Okay. Jan, was your son very, very, I don't want to say into himself, but he really kept himself really looking nice, really involved in making sure his hair was done, and really confident about who he was, because I'm seeing somebody very confident, but can also be kind of quirky with his comebacks. Somebody that's very, a little bit sarcastic. I say that in all due respect, but somebody that can be a little bit sarcastic. Um, sorry, my earpiece fell out. I am seeing. See, this chair is making me think that he's always around. That he's always around with you because the woman's
She
right there.
is. Oh, she's just, you probably can't see the comment. It says there, Jan says, no matter how much time has passed, it's always painful, and he was her soulmate. So it's good to see that he's always around her.
Yeah, I definitely see that with the chair and the woman, and I feel like is he in his 40s by any chance? Because for some reason I feel like he's around my age, and I'm 44.
Ah,
So I
don't
do
know.
feel, because to me, with the peacock and the lobster, it makes me, I don't know why, it just makes me feel like he's more mature now. He's a little bit older now, so maybe back then he was a little less immature. I don't know how he passed. I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know if
not
it's,
sure.
but I don't see it as something medically.
No,
Um,
I'm
I'm
not
kind of,
sure.
yeah. This fox makes me think that he took a lot of risk and a lot of chance. So I don't know if there's some reason why he is a reason why he passed, or if it's just how he was in general. Um, but I do see you having a hard time still trying to let go of things. Was he also, is his birthday in August? Because the lion card here can represent a Leo or somebody in August, or maybe that he passed in August.
Not sure.
Oh, I love the angel card came out. So he's definitely with you. He's definitely around, and it looks like he still has the same personality. He's kind of a little trickster. It looks like he's a little trickster. So if you're getting little signs, and the signs I would see is more because of the balloons here, it's something more with maybe seeing a bird, something up in the ear, balloon somewhere, just random things like that going on.
It is. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. That's a hay fever. I'm using my alphabet map when we talk about people who've crossed over, and I find it's one of the
How
better
he
ways.
passed in
Yeah,
August. It was what?
yeah. Sharon Rupp Sailor's also lost her husband. Okay,
Oh
I'll come back
no.
to you, Bianca, because that was what I was looking for. Right, okay, I'm just having a general cast. I'll have to tell. There's my pendulum. Sorry. Um, and I just, whoops, one's rolled off there. So I'll read them out what we got, because sometimes hard to see. We've got the horn of plenty on the teacup. We've got the bonnet. It's like an Easter bonnet on the dog. So I can see there about you as mother connection, because the bonnets often is mature women. You've got Tinkerbell and the cannon on the eye. You've got the Isis god on the telephone. You've got the moon and the star on the man. Oh my God, we've got both. The dragon is on the 4, and then we've got the witch's hat here between the 2 and the 3. He passed on Anzac Day, a Cappy with Leo on his ascendant. Oh, he's Capricorn, but Leo on his ascendant. Okay. So with him and messages from spirit, you've got moon and star both on the male. So it would tell me there that he is still looking down upon you, because I do love to see that both, they're literally the things in the sky, up above as such. Cannon there can be two things. Was he a very structured man? A lot of people say Cannon think military, but it often there tells me very structured, disciplined type man. The Tinkerbell tells me that literally when he probably passed, it was very touch and go, because fairies are about the fragile of us, or fragility of us in life. But it does mean, though, still you will feel spirits around you. It's literally the fairy whispers. The Egyptian god on telephone still would tell me connections, chatter, literally from spirit. The the dragon on the number 4, dragon again, very forthright, structured male, but very home and family orientated, because the number 4 can mean, yes, did he pass in the series of 4s, which is 4 months, 4 years. The dragon would still tell me, though, a man who was very forthright, not, it's a confident male, not somebody who would sit back and take the back seat. The witch's hat is about you using your own creativity to unfold, and it means allowing yourself. Witch's hat, though, here too, which would still tell me you literally, magically, and spiritually connect to him. The 2 is the union, means unbreakable bond, and the 3 is the child and knowing the vision and looking forward. He's got some good things, but it's like he's trying to communicate with you, and I'd say just sit and feel and sense it, because you certainly will. So, and I'd say as far as a message, he's at peace there, but he's still quite happy to communicate with you here on the earth plane.
Jan, I wanted to draw more cards because for some reason I'm kind of feeling connected to this. Was he by any chance, and you don't have to answer because it's a little bit personal, but was he involved in some kind of accident? Because I got the ship here and I got the horse here, and this is showing some kind of tragedy, not something natural, not something medication wise, but something, either a car accident or some kind of boating accident or something to do with an accident. But this makes me think there's also a friend or somebody that may be involved, or a friend that may been with him, or somebody, because right here, this also we have tornado, and tornado is something really, it happened so quickly. It was like you saw him 1 minute and the next minute he was gone. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just thought I would pull some more cards anyways, because
have a look.
just to say, yeah.
Bianca's got back to us there. She's single and she's looking for a
Coma from diabetes. Okay.
So
it was something that was quick and just sudden.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry.
Bianca Spingola's looking for love.
Let me see. Okay, let's see what we have. Bianca. Are you go first, or you want me to go first, Karen?
You can go first. I'm scoffing a bit of toast at the same time.
Oh, yummy.
Linus has just bought me in tea and toast. How good am I?
Well, you're Vegemite? Well, you're Australian Vegemite?
Yes, of course. See?
No disrespect to you Australians, but I've tried that and it's just not my cup of tea per se. I love avocado on my toast.
Oh, no. Vegemite.
Okay, so she's single. Okay. Okay. Bianca, are you a little bit picky with your relationships, or do you have like a list of standards that these people that have to
checklist?
Yeah, a checklist.
Sounds like my daughter.
Yeah, it kind of looks like. And this is another silly question, so I mean it could be completely off, but this elephant makes me think that you like bigger guys or bigger females. I don't know what gender you're into, but somebody a little bit bigger, somebody with a little bit more girth to them. Cherries, I am seeing there's two options for you out there. So I don't know if you're speaking to two other people or you have an interest in two different people, but I do see you going back and forth between these two. But I also see the elimination process happening. So if you are talking to somebody, I do see you starting to make a decision. And if you're not talking to people, I'm seeing this as somebody, as you kind of jumpy, like back and forth.
Don't recycle an old relationship.
Yeah, fish makes me think you're just to date around. Just you've been dating around, but I'm just getting the feeling like you're not ready to settle down, even though you may want to settle down. But these handcuffs are kind of making me feel like you're not ready yet. You're not ready to until you find your checklist is completely checked off.
Sounds like my Chloe.
Yeah, but this hourglass is showing that have patience because things are going to turn for you, and it's going to be things are going to start having a turn for you, and things will start coming together for you. I think it's going to be a while to get into a relationship itself. Butterfly's always been my symbol for spring, so I'm not sure where you're located, if you're in the United States or if you're in Australia. And even though we're in spring now in the United States, I feel this more at the end of spring, maybe meeting somebody that you can get to know on a more serious basis. But if you're in Australia, I know you guys are in
Yeah.
winter, correct?
Yes.
So you have a while to go.
No, we're in autumn, but it feels
Oh,
like
autumn.
winter.
Yes.
Yeah, for your
So you have a
fall.
while to go
Yeah,
for
it does.
spring.
It feels thing. Jen says, oh, I'm just looking at the prior thing. She said it could be information she's not aware of. He was in London and she's in Perth. Yeah.
So she wasn't
Andrew's
around.
telling us that it's hailing down where she is. She's down by the beach. Amal's laughing. She says, "Ma, you need butter with Vegemite. Absolutely, and you've got to have an inch stick of butter."
I've tried the butter with Vegemite. Cameron was so gracious to send me some to the United States. I don't know. I
Yeah,
guess
but
it's acquired taste.
you're supposed to have only a scrape of it, and you guys tend to put it on really thick, like you would peanut butter, but you only have a scrape of it. Yeah. So yes, so you've got to have butter and Vegemite. And someone's asked, is Vegemite like Marmite Sharon has? And yes, it is very similar.
No, isn't Marmite more of a peacock pear type jam, though?
No,
Or is that?
Marmite's an extract spreads just like Vegemite.
Oh, okay.
You'd hate that too. Yeah. So yeah, you wouldn't cope with that either. I'm
Tim
just
Tams.
writing.
What's Tim Tams? That
Tim
sounds good
Tams
though.
are biscuits, or you guys call them cookies. They're chocolate coated and they are so yum.
Oh, yum. I would love some, but it'll be an arm and a leg to send them.
Yeah. Oh, well, next parcel, I'll put in a packet of Tim Tams for each of you girls, and you'll think, what are these? And yeah, you're going to love them. You're going to say, send me by the box full.
Oh, God. I'll have to move to Australia.
Amal says she'll send you some Tim Tams.
Oh, I would love them. Oh,
yeah.
that sounds so good.
Yeah. And John's saying he loves Tim Tams, the snack covered in chocolate. Yes, that's
Oh, really? And John, you're from Hawaii,
Hawaii.
correct?
Yeah. So
I've been there. It's a fabulous, fabulous state.
Yeah,
Island.
they are good. They are good. So I am looking at Sharon Ford, who's wanting to have a look at what the next 3 months is. So, and I'm using my lovely little fairy teacup. So let's have a look. What's the next few months? Here you've actually got a little bit of tea. It's like a sort of like a blunt arrowhead pointing on the line. So I'm not sure if you're a working gal or career in or not, but an arrow pointing the line there would tell me something to do with management. You've also got here like a nail or a pin. There, it's almost like who's the manager in your workplace, if you are working, who's literally a pain in the ass. And if you're not a working girl, sorry, working girl's the wrong word, isn't it? If you're not in a career,
Depends what country you're from.
yeah, I know you guys call a working girl one that stands in the corner with very little clothing. But an arrow, if you're not in Korea, an arrow pointing to line and a needle or a pin, it tells me there's a man that irritates the absolute crap out of you. And if it is happening in the career there, I would say stay strong and keep heading in the right path that you are going. And I would look at that and say, yeah, ignore the idiot who's a pain in the ass. You've also got a bit of tea here sitting on the mouse, and it's on the foot. And again, like I said, I'm very particular where it lands on the actual symbol. Mouse is stresses, but then the T on the foot of the mouse tells me literally kick away or stand on the stresses, that you do not need them. If the stresses was on the mouse head there, I'd say, yeah, they're relevant. But to see it on the mouse foot means literally kick it to the curb. You have tea here sitting on the cross, and it's almost like the sheath of flowers, like the paper wrapped around when someone gives you flowers. The cross, like I said, can be very spiritual, and it may literally mean there's a female in spirit, because flowers are female in spirit, but it's somebody with great grace, love, and gratitude. Flowers, again, even without looking at spirit, would tell me through difficulty, so you are still respected. You have a door on the mountain, and that's actually good because it literally means enter the new portals away from the obstacles. Oh, I do like it when you see tea on the sun, because tea on the sun there would tell me good positive things are coming up at you for you at the moment. She says she's not working at the moment, but there would still tell me an annoying male. Literally is a pain in your side. This is really quite lovely because sun is about all the positive rays and the light that comes through to you. And again, we've got here a tiny little arrow, not quite on the clover, but close enough, which still would tell me luck and opportunity will open. You've got, where else do we have? Looking. Oh, up around here on the horse and the star. The horse and the rider, you've got here like a tiny little straight bar or a road. When we see a horizontal bar, it does mean continue the journey that where you are on. You've also got a little crescent moon up there, which would still tell me good positive changes for you are coming through and fairly quickly. You've got also a door on the star, which still tells me new portals are opening, and star is about the dreams, the wishes and things you wanted to come into place. And you've got tea. Oh, I thought it was on a symbol there, but it's not. It's got a lot of water around it. Hang on, let me just show you. When you have a tea leaf trapped in water, the water means the emotions. That there is a very large box, which tells me there's emotions that you need to deal with. And I'd look at that and say, they may be hard, but start the journey, because open the box, get rid of what you don't need, because there is a whole lot of good positive stuff coming in here for you. So I hope that helps a little bit, and that was for Sharon Ford, your next few months. So you can tag yourselves in the chat box, and that way you'll have your timestamp, which is 1 hour and 1 minute. So I'm just going through. I've got Patty D. She's wanting to know, will she be working on a project with CM? So CM's obviously a person.
I pulled some cards for Sharon.
Oh, good. Go through to Sharon.
Yeah, I'll just go over this. What I'm seeing, I know you say she's not currently working. I don't know if she's on a job hunt or if she's planning on working, but this fox makes me feel like she has skills of it to do so. But I also see this as a situation she may be going through currently, trying to navigate herself around it, and this fox makes me feel like there's something that's really been difficult for her, because I see let me retract here. So basically with all these cards, I'm seeing an issue she's going through right now currently, and that she's going to overcome these issues. This is all about overcoming with the mountains. So I do see things transforming for her. So if she is dealing with a situation right now, this is always going to be temporary. Things are going to get better. I feel like she's going through something where she feels like her hands are tied, or she's going through a situation where she feels like she's tied down and she can't figure out how to get things going for herself, whether it's a situation she's having a problem with, or somebody she's having an issue with. I do see things resolving itself, and that she does have the skills and the senses to really get around this issue, and things will start to transform for her. And that's what I have for her.
Cool.
Sorry, I'll be right back. I just got my dog's whine. I'm just going to check on it real quick. I'll be right back. That's why
you're right. Michelle's got a comment there, and I'm just going to say, Michelle, when you say a general, can you actually give us a direction? Do you want love or career or I don't know, holidays, but yeah, it's better to have an actual direction. So that is the best way. Yes, it's funny too, Cynthia. Still, me as reading leaves is it's always the first go-to, and even now after all these years, every time I turn over a cup, it is still exciting. And this is where the fortune teller teacups are a real advantage. so you don't actually have to read leaves as such. So I'm going to be looking at, pardon me, Patty D's wants to know about working on a project with CM. So I don't know who CM is, but I'm gathering that's a person. So let's have a look. I just want to show you this. Isn't this divine? This would make great Mother's Day present. It's a fluted saucer or flutter saucer. And I just love them. So, oh, thank you, Amal. Yeah, I've actually had and suffer really bad back problems, and at the moment, like I'm actually stepping one foot to the other even now, and I'm sitting up, standing up, sitting down, sitting up. So it's ridiculous. I can't sit down for very long periods of time. So Patty D, we're looking at your project. Will you be working? And it's not yes and no. I want to look at mainly what's going on about this project. So let's have a look. Okay, so kite number one and bird would tell me your likelihood is probably yes, because a kite means where you are ascending in your career, and it tells me you may even get opportunities to grow or climb through the ranks. It's sitting on the bird, which would tell me keep the communication open. It's almost like tell people about what you want and you'll be pleasantly surprised. You've even got above here, though, when you see two heads or two people, it's almost like you're having a discussion with somebody, but it's a discussion with somebody in positions of power. Kite is a beautiful symbol of rise and rise well in your chosen field. You've got a bit of tea on the man. Now, it's not all, hang on, let me just drain drops. It's not always a particular male. Male or man in its traditional meaning back in the 16th century, they only ever saw man as proactive and strong and all that jazz, but we know that there's a lot of really weak-willed men. But there would tell me, again, be strong and forthright. It's almost like toot your own trumpet a little more is what I'm feeling. You've got here tea between the horse and rider and the fish. Fish is the good luck, the prosperity. There's a lot of tea in that one. Hang on, let me try and drain it more, because it's always interesting if symbols get trapped in water. It's a really interesting symbol, because that way you actually got a boot, it's almost like a gum boot or a boot. And a boot would tell me again, though, stepping in the right direction. It's still got a lot of water trapped in that symbol, which tells me you're a little reluctant to actually speak up. But I'd say speak up and do what you feel is right. Fish is great luck and opportunity for you. You've also got here the little tiny heart, and I know it's not on a symbol, but a heart means show the passion that you have and you'll be surprised. Oh, you've got a bell on your ring, which tells me announcements to everybody else. And you've also got a telephone handle. I mean, old-fashioned telephone handle. Ring is show the commitment, show the passion that you have. The bell means you are announcing things to people. So it's almost like a gathering at work to say, hey, everybody, guess what? I'm doing X, Y, Z. Show your passion is what I'm getting here. Same thing. Letter, documents, emails, you've still got, again, it's like a head and shoulders of a person. I still say that you've got very good opportunities to do this. A little person standing there near the rose. It'd be interesting, you'd see a male or a female, because that's a masculine symbol and it's touching the bottom of the rose, which tells me good growth and opportunity for you. And
I'm back.
I wonder, is it a male? Yeah, so that would be interesting. Who else? I'm just grabbing random here, guys, because my back is killing me.
Yeah, I just got back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Where am I? There's a Ruth McCall who says she's 63 and she wants to know is she still useful. I wish I could reach right through cyberspace now and give you a smack, because at 63 you are
That's
just
young.
starting. and it's a good place where you sort of know what you want, your wisdom, your knowledge, and all you gain is really in a good place. But I'll let Andrea throw cards while I get another one ready. But she wanted to know, is she still useful? And
She's
Andrea, you
still
got to snack up.
useful.
Oh my God.
Let's see what we have here. So I'm definitely seeing you are useful. I don't know if you're going through issues right now where you are a little bit, um, your mobility is not as fast as it used to be. If, whether you have back problems or problems with your joints, and because I'm seeing a little slow movement going on here, but I'm definitely seeing that you have everything in these and you're very useful things. You still have skills. I see you being very creative, very skillful, and a great problem solver. So I don't know if you like to do problem solving or if you were when you worked, if you're into accounting work or something to do with really numbers and solving problems, but I'm seeing you great in that aspect. Horses show me again that you are very intelligent, and that you do, even though you think 63, I don't want to say old because that's very
That's,
young. That's
I'm
very young.
only
But
wanting to see how many years close to that I am.
you mentally you may feel older than what you think your body is because the horse right here shows that you still got it going on and you still have the endurance. You just and you it's just to me I see this all more with mind over matter, per
Yeah,
se. But I definitely think she still has it, and she's very resourceful. I think and very skillful. So I don't know again what she did for work, or if she did work, or if she loves problem solving, mysteries. But definitely see
yeah.
that in Fox, somebody that's very skillful,
Um, someone,
sharp
oh,
wit, very
yeah,
sharp wit, is very somebody very strong.
that's good. That's very masculine too. So,
Yeah, I'm also seeing a little bit opinionated there. So I don't know if you, I see this in a very respectful way, but I don't know if you're a little opinionated. But I see that somebody's with the man combined with the fox. But actually,
uh,
that's a good thing. You know what you want, and you stick to it.
um, what was I going to say? Amal's asked about, did we ever find sometimes that a a reading, if we're doing a reading, and that it picks up that it may be somebody else? Sometimes it can. I've found that actually, if I'm got clients here in my tea room and they bring their friend or sister or whatnot, that's always difficult when they are actually in person because the auras are different and the energy field is different. I don't see it a lot though in like online readings that different frequency. But I look, anything can happen.
I have
Yeah,
noticed though in lives that even though we're doing a reading for somebody else,
it may
one
pick up.
person, somebody else may resonate it. And I think my theory is about that is that there's a reason why everybody that comes to these lives or anybody else's lives that you're drawn to them. And I think because the energies,
Yeah,
there's something that you all need to hear and something that you can all pick up from somebody else's
yeah,
reading. Like John, he's a
mm,
reader. And my theory is that a
yeah,
lot of times he may come here because I never really see him ask questions, but he's a reader. And I
yeah,
think the energy brings him here because he learns new things and he's
yeah.
learning the system. And just
It
a reason.
does.
There's a reason for everything.
Yeah. Patty's saying that CM is a female. Now that's really interesting with so much masculine symbols, which I know this sounds really bad, but is she one hell of a ballsy chick? Because when you see a lot of masculine energy around and it's a female in boss, it would tell me she's one hell of a ballsy, strong woman. That's how you're doing. Oh God, John, I'm going to smack him. He says he's turning 30 this month and he feels old. Oh my God. My children are older than you, John. Jeez, don't say that. I feel like I'm ancient.
Hey, Mom,
Um,
I can relate to you. I'm better reading when I do one-on-one. I do a lot of reading parties when we were able to,
yeah,
but it was always one-on-one, always a back room, a small area in a facility or a function. So I do better that way. It scares me to death to do lives, and I'm gonna put myself very out there right now because I know everybody's watching and people do judge. It's just a natural thing. So that's my fear. So
Yeah,
I completely relate to you, Amal.
on how it feels. Yeah. What am I looking here? Hang on, I was just going through. I'm just trying to write as I go. Thanks, Shivani. She was late coming on. She's been watching Johnny. I was searching to see where Johnny was because I didn't want to cross over. Johnny is from Tara's Apprentice, who is a prolific YouTuber, which is so good to see. We got Johnny, who's Tara's Apprentice. We have Jen Lynn Tara and Becca from House of Lenormand, and it's so good to see them so active through YouTube, social media. So, and quite often though, I'm late coming to the party because of our time difference. But yeah, I did have a search first and thought, oh, I wonder are they, because I won't cross the path with them, so I didn't want to interrupt the path. So, but I didn't see Johnny at the time, so he must have come on later. Like I said, I'm just grabbing here at random. Who else have I got? Patricia A. Elia, she's got an ex and they've got a daughter and they do the 50-50, which is, I think, 1 week on, 1 week off. And her ex is a pain in the ass. So what's going on with the ex who's a pain in the ass? So I'm going to actually look at it about how do we resolve this. It's very difficult for children. And look, maybe I'm old-fashioned. I was actually divorced many years ago, and I had similar. But back in the days when I had my children, there was no such thing of the 50-50. It was like the every second weekend and a one day during the week, that type of thing. But I lived actually in another state, so I never experienced school holidays with children. And in one way it was good because all my friends would be tearing their hair out with children bored and all the rest of that with school holidays. But then the downside was with it, I never get to have those holidays. And that went on for like 15 years.
You're so welcome, Ruth.
Yeah. So I'm just looking at what's happening then for Patricia with this ex. Okay, what's in the cup for you? Right, we've got the garden arch, and the garden arch is usually dealing with people in public places. And look, you may even do the swap over, not at each door. It might be done in the public place. But when I'm turning this is actually not a bad thing because it shows literally the tunnel and the bridge and the person on the top of it. And that is not a broken bridge. It's like arch on arch, basically. But the person sitting on top of the bridge tells me, you always and are best to choose the high road. Be the one to try and mend the bridge if there's real hostility. It's a little bit like kill him with kindness. And I know there you probably want to stab him because I know how I used to feel, and bury him in the backyard. But there would tell me, though, you take the higher road because it's more important that you take the higher road to mend this where you can for the sake of your daughter. You also have here, and so I'm going to ask this, it's very interesting. It's like a cat that's ready to pounce. And when you see a cat on all fours like that ready to pounce, I would actually say the problems may not necessarily come from him direct, but another female in the background, because there it's like, has he got an unruly mother that keeps telling him you do this and you do that, or has he actually got another relationship? Because the cat there is an untrustworthy female and it's ready to pounce still on the bridge. So it's like you're battling not just him, I would say you're battling another female. The tent is a very good symbol of a little bit of downtime. So it's almost like put your fingers in your ears and go la, 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 la. Do not allow anything that he says or does to hurt you. And more than anything is protect yourself and your daughter. Oh, he's definitely got another one there around because look at the mermaid with a big tail flipping. Tells me there's another female in the picture. On the sun there would tell me she's trying to portray herself in the lovely light and the beauty and all the rest of it around her. But a mermaid is sometimes, drain water, the devil in the blue dress. The dog here would tell me he's trying to appear that he's the good party. Not so good party when it's got a mermaid. It's interesting, you've got a man on his knees here, which and I know that sounds awful, but it's like, it's no way to put it. Man on his knees there tells me he needs to literally be more grateful and deserving of what he's got, because I'd say he does need literally bringing down a peg or two. Snake here, we've got the bell. There's another female. I'll look further in the comments in a minute, because it's, to me, he's got a relationship or another female sowing the negative seeds in him. Here he's got T on the man. It's actually covering, if you look real close, it's actually covering his shoulder and his actual mouth. I still think any hatred or any issues that's coming out of his mouth is indirectly. There, have you got another love? Because you've got you sitting down here with the heart, and it's on the heart, which tells me, I hope that you have another love, because you're sitting down with the heart and it's on the heart, which would tell me peaceful love. I'd say there's another female in the background that's making the issues, and not so much him directly. So I'll go through the comments. What do you reckon, Andrea?
Can you give me the question again? I'm looking at Facebook, but I can't scroll up that far.
No, she's got an ex and they share 50-50 custody with their daughter. I'm not sure how old the daughter is, but it's a 50-50, so it's probably the 1 week on, 1 week off, which me personally, I think is very destabilising.
I wonder if is her daughter around 14? I wonder, Patricia, how old is your daughter? I don't know why I'm hearing 14.
He's got a new girlfriend.
Okay.
He's a narcissist, she says, and she's an ass too. So, Patricia, how old's your daughter? I'll wait, because it is about a 10-second time lapse.
13 years old. Okay.
Oh, so she's a teen. That's hard.
13, so she's 14. Yeah, I heard 14, so I wonder if she's going to be 14 this year, because that's literally, I heard that so clear.
Yeah.
Like around the fall time. I don't know if her birthday's in.
It's not what
like November or September.
Mm.
But anyways, let's see what the cards say. Oh, I got the mermaid too. Teapot. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing that this communication between you and your ex just is basically non-existent. So it's constant arguments between you and him going on. Again, I know Karen mentioned somebody that he's dating. I see that a mermaid, somebody that's actually causing. I see her actually as to be the one that's causing the problems. With a relationship. But knife right here or sword right here shows completely unfairness and being stabbed in the neck. And it seems like it's more of a situation where he wants to control the situation. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's his way or the highway per se.
Yeah.
Does he live quite a distance for you? Because Ship, I see this being like quite a distance back and forth of bringing your daughter.
She's trying not to talk to him. She said, and this is the second female, so I'm thinking second girlfriend.
And her daughter's birthday is in September. She just wrote. So that's interesting that you pick up 14 years old for your daughter and birthday around that time of year. So, house. I'm seeing a lot of anxiety, and I'm also seeing, I don't know if your daughter's having an issue with the female, his girlfriend or his wife, because I see her actually being, because of the house and the mouse is here, it's almost like her daughter really doesn't want to go there. It seems like a very stressful environment for her.
I'm not sure Patricia's in the US or where she is, but here in Australia, with the laws, the moment the child turns 12, they're allowed to actually have independent legal representation, and they're allowed to tell the ex-parent to take a hike if they don't wish to go there. But I'm not sure what legalities it is in where you live, because I know here, the moment they are 12, if they turn around and say, I don't want to go to Dad's, Dad can't do a darn thing. Oh, she says the US. She's in the US.
Patricia, Does your ex and his wife give your daughter a lot of responsibilities to do? Like give her jobs to do around the house while they sit back and do nothing? Because it looks like she's being used as kind of the, housekeeper there. Not, I don't want to say housekeeper, but she has a lot of responsibilities that they give her. I don't see her being as a kid there
No, she's
at
saying
all.
she's
Yeah,
suffering
I see issue.
anxiety. No, it's given her daughter anxiety. That's not good. Is there something legally you can do because it's now affecting the
Yeah.
well-being of her?
Yeah, it's definitely. I do see something
Mm.
legal. I do see something legal coming about this. So
Mm.
I don't know if you're planning on taking her back to court, or if he's planning on taking you back to court. But don't be prepared. Be prepared because something's brewing with this mask and scales. It's something behind the scenes that's going on.
It is. It
Yeah. So that's
is.
what I have for now.
Okay, I'll grab only a couple more because I don't know about Andrew's back, but mine's really bad. So I'm just going to grab a couple at random here. I had, where am I? Elizabeth C's wanting to know about direction of the marriage. So there's obviously a couple of problems there. So
Patricia said yes. She's taking him to court.
good.
Okay.
Good, yeah, because you do as a mother, we'll move mountains to protect our children, because that's not on. That's not on.
Court's going to
So
be in your favor. So just pulled Clover and Horse. It's definitely going to be in
it
your
is.
favor.
That's
Yep.
good.
And the scales. So
Good
you have
results.
this. Yep.
Good results. So
Absolutely.
Elizabeth C about the marriage.
Okay.
Okay, what have I got in a cup? Okay, I'll start up here.
Yeah, welcome, Patricia.
We got a foot here. Foot means about different things that are different. I can't help but see it. I'm seeing this actually as an upside down symbol. It's like you've got a cannon, like an old fashioned cannon, and I don't know if you can see it. There actually is a ring with the diamond on top of it, but the cannon is pointing right at the ring, which tells me there's some shit going down that you need to really, really look at protecting yourself. And if you have any children in this marriage, because a cannon is a lot of hostility, a lot of problems, and a lot of arguments. When I turn it this way, you have literally the four-leaf clover, which tells me look at the opportunities that are good for you, because I look at that and say the marriage is in a bit of a train wreck, literally. And what's it sitting on? The bird. Arguments. Is he quite hostile or an argumentative twat? Because, it's like he's always wanting to have the last word in. So, what have I got here? You've even got on the ring. Have you actually tried counselling, because you've got a tower or a block building here on the ring, and there you've got like a bird that's sitting, which tells me you may have already tried to go down the counselling marriage therapy path. But to see it still on the ring would tell me again the marriage needs a lot of communication and work. You've got the heart here. That's interesting. And you've also got like a heart on the tree, and there's a little tiny angel. If you are wanting this marriage to work, you've got heart and an angel, which tells me there was a lot of positives and probably still a lot of positives. But you both need to really, really work at this. And I'd say get into therapy if you can, if you wish for this to work. Butterfly is just below the heart, and butterfly means you are going through beautiful changes. And it's actually nice if your marriage is in trouble, because it means like you've outgrown the marriage, but you're finding your own wings. You've got the letter L there. Letters actually all hold energies, and it's not just like a Lynn or a Leon. It can be a relevant person, but the letter L means about looking at the good side, the positives. Look at the vision and where you are going. You've also got a little tiny bit of T on the letters, which should be right down to the basics of, do you write each other notes or love letters? You've also got T on the lion, so be strong if he is a little aggressive. So I'd look at this and say it needs some work. I haven't. You got nothing on the skies, which would tell me where you both walk away and say, "See you later." I would look at this though and say, you do need some help if you want this to work, because of the hostility that may be coming out of his mouth. So I hope that helps a little bit.
So I'm getting the sights for her that you didn't get. So, and I'm getting the chair. So, what I'm getting here is that is her is your husband a little bit, not a little bit, but very headstrong, very stubborn,
Oh, she's saying
and
yes,
hard
he is.
and hard to persuade. It looks
She
like he
said
just.
he is.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, she said he is.
So I'm also seeing with the chair and the cat right here. I do see somebody. I don't know if in your marriage whether you've left several times or he got up and left several times. It kind of looks like this tug of war where maybe he disappears for a couple of days, or maybe you disappear, or maybe you've separated in the past. I don't know if there's a friend that he has as a female involved. I don't see any cheating going on or anything like that, but I do see this cat right here just makes me think there's somebody, there's a female involved. I don't know how to explain it, but it looks like somebody's putting blocks and challenges and creating more issues within your relationship than what has to be done.
Yeah.
Definitely, teapot and sword shows there's no communication between you two, so there's absolutely none at all. It's kind of like you're just existing with each other in the household. Sally with the sword and the heart, I do see some either separation going on, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of heartache going on. Is he by any chance into some kind of substance, either alcohol or medication substance or drugs or gambling addiction or anything? Because it looks like there's something toxic within the relationship that is causing a lot of problems.
She's saying he is 73. She's wanted to leave quite a few times.
Okay.
He was cheating. So there's your mermaid.
Okay. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
there's a cat again. So I'm wondering,
And the cat.
there's a cat right there because the cat's about some of it. But I also see right here with the lion and the turtle. It kind of looks like he's very snappy. Like he really snaps at her a lot. But I also see this as her. She really needs to come forward and really stick her neck out and really really,
Put him in his box.
yeah, put him in his place.
Yeah.
You have the power. I don't know if you
Yeah.
realize that. I mean, you have the
No,
power, whether
he's
you realize that or
yeah.
not. You really have to speak forward. But
No, he's not a drug taker or anything like that. And
just okay,
yeah.
no gambling involved or no
But
excess
even
spending
with
money.
your mushroom there too, though, can be literally a negative, grumpy old man.
Well, he
You
can
know,
also be very OCD also. So
yeah,
everything a particular
true.
way, cooking in a particular way, the house clean in a particular way. So maybe
Yeah,
he's kind
yeah,
of
a bit.
controlling per se.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit like that. I'm only looking at one lucky last one, guys, because, like I said, we've
He's a
been.
musician.
He's a creative. That's interesting.
Yeah.
She's snappy. He's my thing. I just want to say on that too, though. I see a lot of clients where there's been, husbands and wives that cheat and so on, and the instant thought with that is kick his ass to the curb. What a dog, and all the other things is, and they're all those emotions. But I've also seen the flip side though, whereas if both people actually own the issue, the problem, like if it's been the husband who's been treating somebody at work and he looks at that and thinks, oh God, what the hell am I doing? And I have seen marriages actually pull through, but it requires a lot of hard work and a lot of honesty. But the first thing it requires is zero contact with who the party was if they were cheating and so on. And like I said, I sometimes think maybe I should make a coffee table book of the diary times of a tele, Frida, because trust me, I see it all, I hear it all.
She says she's the boss in the house, which is good.
Yeah,
So actually the lion then in my cards also,
yeah,
and Cheryl. So I wonder if he's
yeah.
feeling a little intimidated by that.
She's been married 33 years. That's a long time. It's like I always say,
That is.
Linus, I was working it out the other day. Linus, the poor man who's Papa T, my hubby, he's been putting up with me in 34 years now. And I don't know how this man has managed to still love me after 34 years. So there
Why
you
not?
go.
You're very lovable.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm the chaos, he's the calm, and I think that's how it works. So
Oh,
I'm just doing the lucky last, which is Tiffany Gambia about career. And sorry, guys, if we've missed you out, but we've been on about an hour and a half, or just over an hour and a half now. I have back problems. Andrew has back problems, and I'm going to suffer probably for the rest of the day. So Tiffany Gambia is wanting to know a little bit about her career. So I'm not sure whether she wants to change career or whatnot. Oh, this is interesting, because I would look at that and say you probably are going to make some changes. Heart tells me you need to look at a career that you feel love and passion and vibrancy. It's the hunger. The teacups here would tell me it's like an interview or a sit down and talk. Often in career, and I see teacups, it's literally a job interview, sit down, talk, communication. The mushroom would tell me where you currently probably are. There's not enough growth. Mushroom often means where you feel stagnant in what you are doing. But you've got angel and you've also got the treasure chest. And the angel means positive light that shines upon you when it comes to money. I actually think you're going to change your career, because I've got a feeling here you'll go for a different area or another of interview. Oh, there you go. There's your shadow card. So, which would tell me you'll look at something different, but better pay, better respect, better communication. So, Jen also has back brace with the magnets.
I just saw that and I just responded to that. I'm going to look into that after the lives.
Yeah,
I
it's
need some. My back's been terrible lately. Poor
mine is.
Roman, he rubs my back every single night.
Oh, you're so lucky. Although
Well,
I'm the opposite.
happy wife, happy life.
I can't stand when people touch my back,
I'm
though. That's the
looking.
problem. Is I'm the other way. I'd freeze and freak out. And if I had to go to the massage, when they try that deep tissue and you lay flat with your head in the whole thing, looking at the floor, I'm crying and all the tears hit the floor because I can't cope with anyone
Oh,
touching
the
my back.
harder the better. I love
No,
it.
I
Yeah,
just
I love
no,
yeah,
can't
getting to the
cope.
root, the core of the
Yeah,
pains.
can't cope with that at
So that
all.
was for Elizabeth. Was it Elizabeth? Tiffany. What was her
Yes.
question?
Yep. It's Elizabeth C. Sorry, not Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
It was about
No, it was
Tiffany
Tiffany.
Gambia about her job. Yeah. Amal, while you're there, can you actually put in the chat thing your website too? So, and I'll go through it and show people what they are.
Yeah, my next book that I'm going to buy from her is that Cleopatra one.
Oh, that's just amazing. Like I said, the few pages I
I'm
got in,
very
and
drawn to that book.
yeah,
Yeah, it
the
looks
few
amazing.
pages I got in until my friend Andrew, I'm not sure if Andrew's still there, but yeah, she's got it at the moment. So she's probably sitting by the fire, looking at the waves and staying warm with the two kitties. Perfect.
So the fox here is showing that she's very skillful. So where is she looking to, is she looking to change her jobs or not working
I'm
at the
not,
moment?
yeah,
Do you know a little bit?
I'm not,
So I know what direction I'm going with this.
no,
Because
I'm
I
not
feel like she's
sure.
torn right now. It feels like she's hitting roadblocks going on here. Um, with that frog. It feels like more or less what I'm feeling is that she's not working right now. That perhaps she's looking for a job and she's hitting roadblocks after roadblocks after roadblocks, trying
Probably.
to because she has a skill for a particular job, and it seems like she's having issues with that. But I do see interviews happening because we got
Mm.
the teapot here, so an interview going on, and let's see, here's a money card. So if she is not working, I do feel that right now she may be going through a difficult time and trying to get the job that she desires or that she has the skills for. But I do see eventually, I want to say in the next couple months, again, Clover is 4 days, 4 weeks, or 4 months. I do see an interview coming in a job that's gonna actually fit her and fit her desires. And I like the fish card here because that shows the flow of money coming in with
Better
this job.
money.
Yeah. So, this cross kind of makes me feel like medical with her. Again, I don't know, something, I don't want to say nurse or doctor or anything like that, but it could be a receptionist or transcripts or something to do with medical, or it can be something spiritual that where her
Where I
job's
pass
gonna
on.
take her. So it'll be interesting to know if she's looking or if she is working right now, because these cards scream to me that she has an interview coming up.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? They're good. So I just want to say thanks to everybody, but I started off with these for those who joined us late. These aren't my deck. This is Creative Compass. These are an 80-card oracle deck by the lovely Amal Awad, who's in the chat there. And what they are is, and from what I gather here, is where we're looking at our chakras. And there's all these sections. So you have creative balance, then you've got the magician, alchemy, and so on. I put rub bands around all sections, because that's just me. And they're a really unique or different way of looking things, but they are absolutely amazing for looking at power to women, which I'm really, really rapt. And then she has things like sample spreads where you draw something from the feelings and stares from the activity in there. So they are great. And if you look through the chat, there is a Mal's link to those, and she is an author and a writer and transcripts, and Andrea's bought a book too. I love that one.
Yeah, this is one of her books called "This Is How You Get Better." I've started reading it a couple days ago. I've only read a few pages so far, and so far I'm very drawn in. I'm hoping tomorrow I can spend a couple hours to read more, because it's a fabulous book. But this, for those that are interested, it's called "This Is How You Get Better."
It's lovely. And
Yeah.
Andrea's
Very
card.
easy to read. Very easy to read.
It is. And Andrea's cards she's been using is the black tea cards, and ones I've been using is the new watercolor ones, and I called it Serenity. So that's what we've been using. And of course the teacups. This one is a beautiful green. I love the mint green. It's just something always about green. It means home and family, which is lovely. And these here are this is the new fairies fantasy that matches all the fairy fantasy deck. And these are all the symbols. There is only 6 of these, and these are actually in platinum silver, which is actually really rare to find silver on cups. 99% of them are gold. So there you go. But thanks everyone
And
for
of course,
joining us.
Karen's charms.
Oh yes, you've got your little jug of
I
charms
do.
there. So
There's actually over 200 in this thing, and it doesn't look it.
yeah,
But there's a lot of charms here.
it doesn't take many, because like I've got
Yeah.
my unicorn.
But yeah, yours. You have several hundred in there.
That's a big pot. Yeah, but we'll
Okay.
end it now. But I
Oh,
just
thank you,
say
Amal.
thank you.
I would love that.
Yes, so that's just lovely. Thank you for that. And I just want to say thanks, everybody. And I hope you have either a good night, good day.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Karen.
Bye.